the video. Northern
Carl Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a
new
private
game called
investigator in
Kona.
Montreal.
I won't talk over the dialogue.
William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Oh wait. Oh, I just too.
They had set up to meet at the general store. His
Okay. You actually have to drive.
The entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Oh, okay. Bye. Okay, I thought it was supposed to be a joke. This button. I get myself in quite the predicament. I didn't know I actually had to drive. Yeah. No checkpoint. Oh wait, yeah, that's not it. I have to restart, sorry guys. And if y'all couldn't always know, this is a VR game, so. Kona. Wonder where I got the name. There we go. Hello? Northern Quebec, October 1970.
Carl Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Okay, left and right. So I actually have to
They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it. When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway. Carl, like many of his contemporaries, felt like he had more trouble breathing when he wasn't smoking. Cigarette was his own personal breathing assistant.
Okay, so equipment.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, has seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Oh, I have to. Okay. I'm just looking at my equipment, guys. Let's. Didn't mean to do that. Inventory. So equipment. Where's the journal and map? Okay, journal. There's nothing there. Okay. How often does these load? Okay, I'm just gonna go on. There we go.
Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself.
Oh, so it's like a
Hamilton
narrator.
never mentioned a road-blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
This looks like an interesting game, okay? Oh, a puzzle game. Oh,
Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
I have my camera on for some reason.
To clear his conscience, a $10 bill. Carl was an honest man.
Stupid phone. I'm making it a lobster. Keep actually doing that. I keep accidentally pressing that to turn. Okay, I'm going inside. I see a note. Hold up. What's that? Oh. Previous, next. Wait. Oh, that's next page. Oh, okay. I'm going to do this, so you guys can read it. One sec. Actually, one sec. They don't read it yet. Would be good. I'm gonna scan through it. I'm not actually gonna read it all. Pause the video if you need to. Or pause the stream if you need to. Okay. So, one sec. So if I do that, it seems a little like a horror game. Not gonna lie.
Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here.
For some odd reason, they think it's turning. So I need to do this.
The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others, an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough,
Oops, I pressed the wrong button.
target
Okay.
The man himself.
Jesus Christ! I seen only the trailer, and it wasn't much. It was like, it was only like a minute, maybe like 10. I feel like either 30 or a minute or half a minute. A minute or 30 seconds.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
I can't see outside. Kona. Why is it snowing, guys? Hold up. I keep pressing.
Complaining was not in Carl's nature. It would take more than light injuries to interrupt his investigation. The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help. Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry that was. But Carl didn't care much about flowery language.
The bridge collapsed.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
Nothing up here, not even his chest. It just goes less accurate and run shorter distances.
A fire is as good as the materials used to create it.
What's this? Our documents. Hello, anybody home?
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more and was now on his way to new adventures.
Here we go. Wait, what happened to the injuries to my hand? Oh, they're still there. You were just dark, I couldn't see. That light turned off. Unless if I go there. Oh no, it turned off. Wrong way. That was the way towards the truck. By the way, I have to kick it like 5 times to teleport. I don't know why. Like, see, I just have to click it 3 times just then. I don't know where to go. I'm gonna try to go back to the car. I saw a med pack in here, but I couldn't do nothing with it. Wait, so what do I have in my inventory? Log, chain, photo, matches, bottle, fire starter. Sorry guys,